Hey everybody, this is Darksied. Welcome back to part 29 of our Dark Souls walkthrough. Alright, continuing where we left off in the new Londo ruins. It is, of course, we've just really drained this place, and now we're bringing up the elevator down there. If there's one place in this level that I actually dislike less than all the ghosts up here, it's without a doubt the dark wraiths that are actually below. They're really not all that menacing, but they do have the ability to suck souls from you. Well, humanity, really. And I dislike that. Although this is an excellent place to farm Titanite chunks. Anyway, we're just going over here collecting a few last things before we make the journey down. So I'm finally coming back to that one that we had over here. It turns out to be a rare ring of sacrifice. Very handy item. Anyways, you can kind of see here, I haven't exactly decided where I was wanting to go. I knew that I wanted to come back out to the beginning, and then right around here, I came to the idea is like, okay, well, I think I know what I want to do. I want to go down here and use a quick shortcut and actually to get fairly close to that fog door you see down there, which is one of the bosses. I've also got to go through here and pick up the very large ember, I believe it was. Okay, continuing around here, we're heading back up to right around the place where we first began this level. Aha, and here we are at the beginning with decidedly less water. Okay, now there is a ledge just right down below it. Well, there's a body in here too. Gets us some nice transient curses. But there's a ledge just right down there that if you're careful enough, you can hop on or just roll off to, and then hop down from there. And you can actually get all the way down without taking really any damage. Although, as you can see there, I clearly missed it and I went all the way down. Although, it is not, I mean, you don't take terribly much damage falling the entire way, so if you choose not to try to land on something, it's very easy just to Especially if you got like a heal spell or something, that'll take care of it real quick. See, nice place for Titanite chunks. These guys drop it pretty regular, and there are quite a few of them down here. Okay, get some quick souls there. Now this direction here will kind of lead us back into a room that we were kind of looking down, or we had passed on some of the upper levels from above. And what we're going to do in here is that this is actually going to be the way that we're going to get to the very large ember. But we've got to kill out a few of these guys. I think there's a total of, I'm thinking 4 of these guys in that room, plus one of those big creatures that, they remind me a lot of the phalanx from the first game, without the shields, and more slime-like. Of course, we don't really start getting into the real phalanx in this game until we go into the Painted World of Aramis. But he generates these exploding skulls from him. Good thing is that they're fairly easy to take out with fire. All right. Okay, now typically whenever I'm fighting these guys, I like to pull them out of this room if all possible. Just so I don't accidentally move around and pull any of the remaining ones that are in there. There's one more over to the back right there, and I know he's there, and I'm trying like new and creative ways to get him to follow me without walking explicitly up to the door. You can see stabbing through the walls. I'm just clearly missing him. I didn't want to get trapped in one of those rooms, so I didn't go in much further either. But sometimes disturbing the walls is enough to get them to come after you, so I figured that that had a decent shot. But as you can see, he's fairly stubborn, so I eventually just gave up and went around to the door. And you literally have to walk right up to it, or else he just doesn't come at you. Those shields there, like the Dark Wraith is using, are actually pretty cool. It's can be used as either a shield or an attacking weapon, kind of like a glove. And it does both of those things. It does the shield and also the humanity sucking ability that these guys have. I think you actually get it once you join the Dark Wraith Covenant, and don't remember exactly how many souls, or excuse me, humanity you have to give up in order to be able to get that particular item. That might be tier 1 stuff. Anyway, we are finishing our way back up here and climbing out of this cesspit, and we are going to go get the grand prize down here, the very large ember. This will let us get our weapons up to a plus 15 with titanite chunks and a 1 titanite slab. Which is very handy because here pretty quickly I'm going to start moving over and using my club a lot more. And although I don't really feel like wasting a titanite slab on it just yet. So at any rate, we're going to go ahead and bone out of there as we just did, and head over here. And I was debating on this for a while on whether or not I was going to actually go talk to Frampt and drop down the Lord Vessel. And I was really back and forth on this very issue for quite a while. I eventually decided that, well, yeah, I guess I will go talk to Frampt. And here he is, asleep as always. Only one good way to get him to wake up. Hit him with your claymore.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Well and wide awake. Do not treat me like an old withering snake.
Now, this is really the beginning of 2 ways that you can go here. If you ever decide that you want to join the Dark Wraith Covenant, then the last thing you want to do is go down and go down with Frampt here and have him tell you to place the Lord Vessel down. Now, you can actually get out of this. So right now, as you see, I'm talking to him, and we're going to head down here with him in just a moment. He's going to be kind enough to shuttle us down there.
Now, let us take that vessel on a journey. I assume that you are ready. Now, be still.
So he doesn't really ask you if a question of whether or not you're ready to go. He just takes you once you have the Lord Vessel in your possession. Now, this can be bad if you were considering joining the Dark Wraiths in the first place. Luckily that there is a simple way out. Okay, now from this point you can simply go up to the wooden tree stump-like structure and set your Lord Vessel down, and this will negate the ability to even meet the other of the primordial serpents, Kath, whenever you defeat the 4 kings in New Londo. And I sat down here again, once again, and debated on whether or not that I really wanted to join the Dark Wraiths. But you know, I came to a conclusion. And that being that I think it was going to be worth my while to go ahead and join every covenant that I possibly could. So I just decided to use a homeward bone instead of placing down the Lord Vessel. And we're going to be off to kill the 4 kings and talk to Frampt's not-so-good buddy Kath. And that will complete this part of our Dark Souls walkthrough. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.